Zone, where the King, Boss Lady D, presented by Boss Lady Radio Show. We have a new show called Social Media Cap. Pay attention, listen up. January 20th, 9 p.m. Central. Tune in and pay attention. It's going down. Big topics to talk about, y'all. Yeah.
Yeah, it's your girl, Boss Lady, a.k.a. Miss Fabulous, a.k.a. DJ D-Ski. Tune in weekdays, 9 p.m. Central, Sundays at 6 p.m. Just check your local listings for real times in real time. I'm talking about, got the part-time gig, so it might not be every night, but it's at least twice a week now. Boss Lady's Radio Show. Download the Spreaker app, search Boss Lady Show for our entrepreneurs, local entrepreneurs worldwide, 9 p.m. weekdays, Sundays at 6. Also catch Boss Lady's Radio Show weekdays at 9, Sundays at 6 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Central for our local artists, underground artists worldwide. Yes, we do support both worldwide. See you in the chat room. Yeah. Welcome to the Social Media Cap, y'all, with your host and co-host DJ Diane Didisky and award-winning Noriega the King, aka TOHP. Welcome to episode 1. Shout out and salute. Nori is already on the line tonight, and we're gonna be talking about Inbox Cave. So we're going to be talking about a little bit of social media this and social media that, because we are independent artists that do market and promote on social media. So we're going to introduce our co-host, Mr. Award-winning TOHP, a.k.a. Noriega the King, to the show, y'all.
Yeah. What's going on, y'all? It's your co-host, Noriega King, in the building. Welcome to Social Media Cap. Y'all know it's going to go down. Well, let's go.
Yeah, let's go, man. Introduce yourself. I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He's also from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and he listens to Boss Lady Radio Show very frequently, and he has also took advantage of the services that's also provided called Promoted, where we promote marketing campaigns and radio ad interviews for people that want to showcase their talent on the show and also their business as an entrepreneur. So Nora, you could introduce the episode 2 as well, and some of the things that you wanted to speak about tonight and things like that, and telling us that don't know you, who you are, where you're from, and things like that.
All right. Well, once again, it's on. I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I go by Noriega King, a.k.a. TOHP, a.k.a. Mr. Storyteller. The thing we're going to talk about tonight is just about social media, the inboxing, not taking advantage of the promotion packages and, things of that nature. This is not a game. This is business at the end of the day. So I just want to welcome everybody to Social Media Cap.
Yeah, welcome everybody, and a round of applause for those that are going to be listening to this as soon as we publish it, know what I'm saying? It's going down. So I'll let you go first, Nori, in terms of what you wanted to ask me on getting it pumped up about why we get this topic, Inbox Cave. What does that mean? And,
Well, so here's a question for you. Why do it seem like people want to always inbox and not pick up the phone and actually talk to the person that's on the internet? You don't know who you're talking to.
Right.
So that's my question. I would rather pick up this phone and call this number and say, hi, my name is Noriega the King. May I speak to Boss Lady D? And let's talk business. All the internet, texting and all of that, is getting played out. Let's just put it like that.
Right.
So what do you think about that?
I do agree with the fact that it is played out in terms of everybody does it. We're independent artists, so it's like we're a lot of up for competition. I'm just going to keep that 100. We're up against people that are already popular. From, even if you're not a musician, maybe you're a blogger or a YouTuber, you're up against a lot of competition. Right. You could be just now starting a channel, but you'll get off your grind looking at and paying attention to the 15K views and the 631 million subscribers, and it's a lot that comes with that. Then you figure I'll go directly, which is inbox and social media language. Then I can get directly to that person. And most of the time I get the results I'm looking for. At least I get a response. To me, I kind of see what you're saying with the settling for one way to communicate. But it also is a process to get to that point. Some people, I did talk about this a long time ago, back in 2022, about Texas versus calling. Did you remember that show?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So texting versus calling was that some people want to text, some people want to call. But we have to make a common ground on how we're going to do that in terms of scheduling and what we have time actually for. And this is why I text, and sometimes this is why I call. Because I said I did both. I'll text and I'll call, because at certain times I can't talk on the phone. And it's more feasible to text versus let's give us a phone call because it's been a while since we talked, that kind of thing, following up, especially if we're business partners. So we just have to get to know one another enough to say, okay, I know why they're texting me. Okay, I know why. But most people are going to come at you with inboxing because I see, as I'm doing this and going through the experience, that they feel like they're more direct and they can get to you. They don't have to go through 1,000 hoops. But then they don't like to call because they may be nervous. They don't know you to call you. You may not answer. But if you text something, you know, because that's the thing of today, the text excuses some of us from not speaking. And I remember talking to somebody about this as well. So yeah, when it's business, I believe you should call. So
exactly. And I truly believe in communication when it comes to business. I can't really communicate over a text because they get misconstrued. I would rather talk to you over the phone and be able to be like, okay, I understand it versus reading it on a text.
Right.
So,
right.
I definitely agree.
Yeah. So the solution to that will be try to stay connected. If there's an easy way to connect, like that's why I use my links a lot to my show, because not only are you connecting with me, but you're connecting with other artists that are looking to collab with other artists on a song or an album, a mixtape. We have an independent record label, 25 to Life Records, that allows artists to collab on a mixtape all over the world. So, it's not a national mixtapes going around on SoundCloud, and we're about the highest being played right now, and that's unheard of in the music industry versus we're underground. So this is pretty much why we got together, is because we don't have talk radio for underground.
Right.
We don't hear the talk of the town in terms of artists actually speaking and actually communicating effectively. And my other answer to your question would be, we have to learn that communication is important. But how do we communicate with each other individually? And I think that's what it has a lot to do with. Excuse me. It's always a distraction. But yeah. So.
Okay. I definitely agree. You know, you have to learn how to communicate before you can go ahead and, you know, try to handle business. You know, there's certain ways that you come and talk to a person.
Right.
How you articulate yourself when it comes to the wordplay, you know. So that's to me, that's another key too, you know.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then especially if it's in terms of getting your song on the radio, what's your I'm so sorry about this other phone. It's not even my phone. It's always down here. The links being in inbox. That's part of the inbox cave habit that people tend to do. I mean, how far do you think a link is going to get in someone's inbox and actually get shared? What is your, like, roughly approximately percentage on that if you were to take a survey of 1 to 10?
I'll say 85%. The reason why I say 85% is because you have people that get the links and they don't look at it. Mm-hmm. But do you see them sharing it? Right. Do you see them saying hi? This came from Boss Lady's radio show. We're promoting this. Do you see that? You know, it's a percentage, and that percentage is 85. Because most people just look at it. Oh, okay, I'll look at it later. And then go on about that day, and you never hear from it again, or you never even give it a response. I would rather for you, if you're going to look at it, give me a response back. Say, oh, cool, like it. You know, something. Don't just look at it and be like, oh, okay. You know, that's good talent that you're not even listening to.
Right.
You know, so take it for what it is. I love it. I love to get a video reel every day to see the growth in my music. Or I just love to get a reel, period, no matter who it is. Mm-hmm. You know, because that shows that those people are working hard to show what real dedication is to their music. So those people are taking that.
Okay.
Yeah. So those people are taking it serious.
Okay. So there's a difference in the motive behind why you're sharing those links. Because a lot of times I've heard promoters say that it irritates them that those links come through like that. But I see what they're saying to a point because they're not effectively communicating like, hey, I'm such and such from such and such, and here's my song, you know, and if you consider to put it on the radio, and if you do, then where can I send my music to?
Right.
And it's,
but it shouldn't,
you know.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah, I wanted to hear what
and,
you
you know, and you know, it shouldn't irritate you because if you're a promoter, that's your job is to promote. Mm-hmm. Promoting is the key to getting an artist heard with a DJ, with a radio station. Promotion is the key. So it shouldn't irritate you, no matter who it's coming from. But I guarantee you, if it was coming from a top radio station, you're all over it. You're on it. Oh, wow, they sing. But since it's coming from a underground podcast radio station, they're not big time. They're not this. It doesn't matter to me. I'm going to take it for what it is, and I'm going to play it.
Right.
If I really support that person.
Right.
That's my point, and I'm going to stick to it.
Yeah, because that's what's so good about my platform is that I have somewhere where you can copy and paste it too. That means I could take that link, put you right in front of the people that was on last episode, those 10, 12 people that was live with us that night, and put your thing in there. So when people come in there, like, oh, a new person showed up, and oh, let's click on this, especially on the website. So if you go on the website, that's why I always say drop those links, because those links are lit up in the website. So when people are listening off the website, they're actually going to click on it. And as they're listening to Boss Lady Radio, they can actually look at your link as well.
Mm-hmm. And that's a great tool to have.
Yeah.
That's the perfect tool. That gets it more out there. It gets to the masses.
Yes, and that was my point as far as what percentage do you think how far we get from an inbox without having nowhere to place it. Yeah, I can share it with you, but can you share it with people that want to hear my music? Is there a platform like that? Yes, it is. Because now by you being a distributor to all those digital platforms, including Spotify, Apple, and iHeartRadio, for example, now you're being able to be heard all over. And not have to wait on a waiting list or make sure the application is built out. Once you copy and paste, like you do on social media all the time, then you got a guaranteed click. You got a guaranteed listen to, because people are already doing that on that platform. See, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube is very broad. You know, they're doing all different types of things. It's not solely on music. It's not solely on finding out what artist is out there. You got to scrum through the quotes and the comments of this and that and your other friends doing other things. But Spreaker gives you a platform where you can click, you can copy and paste. And then with one click, they can hear this new artist. And I haven't even played them on the show yet. That's what's awesome. You're already on the episode without being put in the playlist yet, on the fresh new one that's about to come out. Because I always go back in there and check and see who's been checking it out and things like that. That also brings content. So What are some of the experiences you've had on Boss Lady Radio that you can say that the next artist can benefit from?
The campaigns.
Okay.
I did so many campaigns with Boss Lady Radio. I could
Sure did.
never, ever say I had a bad experience. I would say it was one of the most amazing, grateful experience I had because I also learned things.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't just sat back and just had an interview. I learned things from the interview.
Okay.
I learned how to do an interview, make an interview a tool for people to hear my voice.
Mm-hmm.
So I love the services. I love the promotion. I love the video reels you're seeing. I love it all. So if I was to say anything, if anybody wants a great person to run to for promotion, Boss Lady Radio Show, Boss Lady Inc. That is where it's at. She has it in the
Thank
bag.
you.
And that's for sure coming from Noriega the King. No cap.
That's
All
right.
facts.
Now, all facts, straight facts. I appreciate that. Because all you got to do, and I say this a lot as an entrepreneur coach and radio coach, all you got to do is do what you say you're going to do. If people are giving you money to make something happen, and they're counting on you to get that accomplished, you should be able to do it. And if you can't, you need to be honest about what you can't do and find the resources there. Because I do a lot of that. I don't know everything, but I'm going to make sure everything is complete. There's promo videos. There's interviews like this and opening up opportunities. Because the more you campaign with me, the more features I can open up. And a lot of achievements and more opportunities where I don't have to do as much work. I can pull from my platform to do that for everybody. So it's a win-win situation. But there's so many out there that don't know about this. So my question to you is, like, what have you noticed outside of yourself that will make you say, hey, this would be better if?
I noticed outside of myself that the platform works. It's not a gimmick. It actually works to get you heard. I've seen it. I experienced it. And I will give it not even 100. I will give it 200. Because that's where it's at. That's exactly what the underground needs. That's exactly what artists need in a platform like this. So we can put it out there so people can hear it. So people can understand this is a real thing. It's not a one night thing. It's gonna last forever.
Right.
So yeah.
And then too, it's real numbers. Now tell me your experience with the numbers. I'm going to kind of break it down with everything. How has it worked for you numbers wise? And what is the most popping in your social media? And what is really, what is working, I should say?
The numbers.
Okay.
The numbers are working. That is what I'm saying. Videos are working. I got, personally myself, 240 views on a reel that you created for me.
Right. So, I saw that, yeah.
Right. So with that being said, numbers don't lie. Let me add this tidbit in. I'm on Rebirth Nation. And numbers don't lie. I've been number 1 3 times on Rebirth Nation. Then dropped down, went back up. But I've been number 1. Numbers don't lie. That lets you know people are listening.
Absolutely. So,
listening.
Yes, absolutely. So, when somebody got a slight attitude about paying for a promotion like this, what would you tell them? Oh, you charge for that? What would be your comment after that?
You know what? If you got attitude, find somebody else. But guess what? The person you're going to find is going to charge you 10 times more. The person that you should have went with is charging you a great price, you're gonna come back. It's not gonna be, oh, well, you're coming back. I know it. I feel it. You're coming back.
Yeah.
You're coming
Even
back.
when you don't want to, right?
That part, you're coming back.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I would say let them have the attitude, but guarantee they're coming back to Boss Lady Radio Show.
Yeah.
Because they're going to get bamboozled by the competition.
And I've interviewed people that have came to me because of that reason. Some of the greatest around. They got screwed over, and they told me directly, if you don't know what you're doing, I'm going to kill you.
Wow.
I'm going to hang up this phone on you, and I'll never talk to you again. And I kind of was like, I know my stuff works. You won't be saying that. And again and again and again, this person kept coming back.
Right.
And they got to the point where they didn't go to nobody else.
Mm-hmm.
Because they couldn't find a glitch. If something was messed up, I would give them a call. If I got to reschedule, you will know 48 hours in advance. I take this seriously. And I was feeling away because you don't take your music seriously, but then you want to cop an attitude about the charges being made on promotion that's not free for me as a radio host. I'm not on a free platform charging people for skip the line for $10 and I'm smoking up your money. I'm actually giving you what I said. I'm actually putting you on Apple. I'm actually putting you on iHeartRadio. In 24 hours, less than that sometimes, that episode is going to be on a different app.
Exactly.
Then you can listen to your actual song clipped off the episode on your Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my question is this. Now, why won't you share those reels? Is there an issue with your inbox social media thing? Because I know sometimes they'll flip out on you and say it's copyright crap or whatever it is. I mean, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, I think the reason why certain people don't share is because they just don't want to. It's just it's not that you're you're doing it. They just don't want to. They just like, well, yeah, okay. You know, me, I'm a share.
But it's your music though. How you okay. But it's your song playing. Right.
Some people just feel that way. Like they just they don't. I don't know. I can't. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna.
Yeah, like don't. I'm just saying that like rhetorical. Don't it make you wonder, like if it's really what you want to do? You want your song played, but do you believe it actually will? Like it just be like you're doubting it. So why put me in the middle of the doubt? And that's why I kind of break the ice with the spins. I don't charge to play. Okay. But when you want more exposure, I have to pay to get you more exposure. Right. And you're getting a deal because I'm coming out of like 3 times more a month than you will come out that one time.
Exactly.
Just to keep it on the air.
Right.
I'm not under a sponsorship deal. Nobody's helping me. Because I'm here to show that if you want to do something and become something independently, it's possible. And let's come learn together.
Right. And all it takes is dedication. That's another key.
And consistency. Yep.
And consistency. Right.
Consistency got me 7 awards. I wasn't a person better give me this and so better give me that. It was kind of like, I'm going to work hard and see what happens. I'm going to really work hard to put my all into something to see the results I want to see. And I saw more results than I thought I could see. It really turned out way more than what I thought. I was even limited on that. And I think that's why we can't get out the inbox cave. We really believe that, yeah, we'll be heard one day and let that drag. Like you just let the needle on the record player just drag after that.
Right. But well, the thing is too, how you gonna be heard one day if you're not taking the effort to push yourself out there?
Right. And you can't get mad at other
Right.
people because you're not being heard as much. You're not being heard as much because you're not sharing. You're not telling people, hey, this platform right here put me on everything. All I got to do is come to the chat room. That's all I got to do.
Right. Oh, well, let's speak on that.
And then when I get myself together, I got a couple, you know what I'm saying, few coins I want to spend to get some more exposure. I can do that.
Right.
Because I works with people. But it's still going to be a limited thing. Because so much funds is going to get so much exposure. That's just how the game works. And Reverb Nation taught me that. Because I'm on there too. And I get campaign offers every single week. Every single month.
I do too. I'm on there as well.
But you go for the playlist thing? Yeah. Every month. And on my bad day, top 20.
Right.
So, and that's even without sharing. I really ain't been working on my page, but I will plan to this year and too. But I just got events and stuff coming up. So once I get some leeway a little bit, I'm going to start changing it little by little. You know, because Miss Fabulous, I'm going to share my music.
Right.
I worked hard. I paid money in the studio. I did all the stops that a recording artist can do. And I didn't do all that work to sit on it. And I'm willing to work with people that feel the same way.
Right.
Period, point blank.
And it's about a partnership too. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, as a partner in a partnership, you want to work with somebody that's on the same level as you, not somebody that's just okay. I'll be there, and then don't show up, and you know already did your version, you already put your work down, but they're running late, and now you're getting sleepy because you got to put your last verse down, but you waiting on them. You want somebody that's gonna be serious, and nowadays it's a lot of serious artists, but it's some artists that are not that serious.
Yeah.
You know.
And I'm seeing that the more and more I learn the business side of it. So now I'm getting to the point where it's about the 5 out of the 3. The 3 out of the 5.
Right.
The 5 you didn't think would show up.
Mm-hmm.
The 6 that love Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm all digital platforms. So I look at it as, okay, they finally found themselves on their favorite app.
Right.
So
what about
yeah.
What about yours? What about your show?
Yeah.
Can they find their way to your show?
Yeah.
Let your show be their favorite app as well.
Right. Because that's where the bonuses come in. That's why I'm getting 10%. I'm up for a 10% raise if I can get more people to come into the shows, download, and comment and listen to on Spreaker alone. So the more engagement on there, the more they're going to pay me, which means the more opportunities I can offer, which means I can still keep the prices low and artists can get the promotion and marketing that they need. Because it's super cheap on my end since I made the deal with Spreaker, because Spreaker is allowing me to get to those other platforms. So it's an easy airwave for you to listen to the show. That's why we use Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Because some people like to listen from their YouTube. Some people like to listen from their Facebook because they're already logged in and they don't have to go through the stops. Other people just want to try the app out. Okay, I can put my email in and go through Google. That's the access. So once you download the app, you have access to the notifications for new episodes and things like that. So there's no way you could miss a show because it's 24 hours.
Right.
So you can go right back in the chat room again and again and again and again. And then, two, another way to stay out the inbox cave is that you can copy and paste your links, but also to the nights that I don't do shows, because I do shows live twice a week, right? So that would mean if I don't have a show on Monday. I have a Monday episode that I can replay. Just in case you wasn't there that Monday night to listen to the live, you can actually go back in and chat.
Mm-hmm. And the other thing is you never know who's going to be in that chat room.
Right. Because they do come back on the replays a lot.
Exactly.
A lot. And then, okay, I was busy, blah, blah, blah. You don't got to say none of that. Just get back in when you can. Who is doing that? What national TV show can you go back in and chat in? Once it's over, it's over, right? Or you're going to be paying it on Apple TV. You're going to pay for it on your cable provider through another app that's going to charge you this much a month to watch it.
Right.
And if you're doing that, no wonder you can't invest into your music because it's tied up in the entertainment. And you're the entertainer. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I would say cut that off and come right up to where you can listen to the music for free. Go back and listen to a replay for free.
Yes.
And do what you need to do. Don't give excuses. 2024, it's time for stopping all these excuses and being real to your craft, to your music, period.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, seriously, yes.
Yeah.
You've done all you can do when you constantly working on your... You spend 6 to 8 hours on television shows, right? You scrolling maybe 2 to 3 hours in between your work life, family, kids. Maybe y'all as a family unit do that, excuse me. Just have some dinner,
right.
Have some Starbucks and this fruit and vegetables and all that good stuff. Like she going off. But yeah, you got your, the things that you do, which is not wrong at all. But I know some of us out there is tangled and twisted and tied up, and I know I was until I looked at the figures and I'm like, why don't I have enough for what I want to do? But I'm getting sucked dry of what I don't have to do. I'm the entertainer. Why am I still paying for this and paying for that? When I could be collecting that money for my entertainment. I'm pretty good too.
You're great. You're great.
Thank you. But hypothetically speaking, there's also good talent out here.
Right.
That can get money.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Global Empire Entertainment Media says it all the time. Miss Teresa Taylor, Mama T, she says it all the time. And it's so profound because she looks to me as her mentor for this. Like, oh my God, you can really turn your ideas and what you want it to be like yourself. And, that just it motivates her. But who knew that if I never tried it?
Right. If you never
and I kept watching other people make money off their talent and not me. I was kind of jealous when I realized what I was doing. Because it was lit. I grew up at a time where 80s and 90s music, where you couldn't turn on the radio and not hear a hit.
Right.
All the time, individuality was there. The originality was there. And let's also talk about industry beats versus underground. Your thoughts, please, because you do not use industry beats.
Well, my thoughts, I love the industry. I love the beats. I love the music. But there's a difference when it comes from originality. I'm not saying that an industry beat is not originality. It is. But when I make my beats, I play them. I actually play everything. The music it feels real. It doesn't feel like it's pre-programmed. Because there's a difference. When it's pre-programmed, you're dialing it in. When you're actually playing, you can feel the struggle in those hands of those keys.
Mm-hmm.
you can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
So I take it for what it is. I love both industries, but my music is originality. It's a thought process.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The industry will love me. I will work with people in the industry with no hesitation. It's not about the money. It's about my talent. It's about who I am as an individual when it comes to putting me in the studio with a main artist.
Mm-hmm.
What can I come up with? You'll be amazed.
Right.
So, for anybody that wants to take the craft serious, take it serious, because there's a difference when it's time to make music. Thought process is everything. And that's what I do. I'm a thought process producer. I think about my beats. I just don't sit up and put things together and be like, oh, that'll work.
Right.
I think them out. So, there you have it. That's the difference.
But with an industry beat, can you call it underground?
Yep. You sure can.
Why you say that?
Because an industry beat, you can call it underground because it's almost a different, it has a different swag to it. But you can also take an underground beat and put it in the industry and put them two side by side. Guaranteed, it's going to sound great. It's going to be like a competition.
Okay.
So, yeah, you can switch them up. You can put an industry beat in the underground. You can put an underground industry beat in the mainstream. It's not hard. It's not hard at all. But I choose to stick to the underground.
Mm-hmm. Because I guess I asked that because
Mm-hmm.
underground to me is when an independent artist makes it themselves. They didn't reach out. They actually reached in themselves and grabbed it. And it's not a tune that has never been heard before.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Versus, it's kind of like you copying with different words.
Mm-hmm.
My idea was no industry beat, get it all done independently.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And then copyright it. And then register it. And then put it on the radio.
Right.
And then perform it. You see what I'm saying? Like, then make a video.
Right.
You like let them get to know you first, so when you come out, they be like, "Oh yeah, this the cut right here."
Right.
And
I remember him. I remember her.
Right.
And I love starting from the underground. I love starting from the bottom. I built my recording studio from the bottom. I didn't have millions of dollars to go to a studio and spend all those hours in the studio and let somebody else mix and master.
Mm-hmm.
I do it myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I started from the bottom, worked my way up, got the equipment that I needed. Along the way, I had those downfalls. But guess what? Once again, the zone, I'm back with another one. I stayed consistent. I stayed focused.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, they break me down and say, no, I'm not going to do it. It's too hard.
Mm-hmm.
I got it. I did it until I got it right. That's the key. Do it until you get it right. Until it sounds to you the way it's supposed to sound.
Exactly.
That's why I stay independent. Because I can control what I put out. Nobody's controlling. Nobody said, well, we can't put that out. That's not a hit.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to go that route with industry beats, which is cool. And yes, you can add a lot of swag to it, but when it comes to the business side of it, it's so many loops that you got to go through, and then you mess around and use it and not knowing these things causes issues.
Right.
Like stuff being flagged on your social media. Oh, you send it to somebody, then it say, oh, it's muted due to copyright.
Mm-hmm. Versus an underground beat. An underground beat is basically created from originality. The originality of that person. So it's I'm not saying it's not possible, but it can't be duplicated.
Mm-hmm.
It will be hard to duplicate an underground beat.
Right.
And I'm saying that because I'm from the underground. I do underground beats. I make everything from scratch. So you can listen to it all day, but can you reproduce it like it was actually produced?
Mm-hmm.
With the keys, with the way it was played.
Right. And the recording process too plays a key part in that too. The words you're saying, you don't know if somebody else wrote that song and all these other loops you gotta go through, but when the system never heard it, to me that's underground. If we really wanted to be competitive and say everybody gotta make their own beat fresh, no industry beats, how many people will stay in this game?
I don't know. I can't tell you, but I'll be still standing tall.
Cause you be like, once again, this song, I'm on some let's get it cracking. And let's make more music.
Right. Exactly. It's about how many people could go and do what anybody else could do. It's about going out there and showing your talent and making it known that you actually do this. Nobody's ever seen me play the keys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I had a former manager said you should get and put your studio on the internet and play the things out loud so people can see you making these beats.
Mm-hmm.
I said, and I listened to it, and I said, you know what, man, because I'm not going to show you my talent. I don't want to show you my talent. I'd rather for you to hear my talent.
Mm-hmm.
And then, let's do this. Let's have a performance by me personally, in person. 200 people in a room, and I'll show you that I did it. That's the way I want to do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, there you have it.
Yeah. For sure.
And I don't put myself in that box. I clear that statement up too on social media, Cap. I don't put myself in a box with the industry producers. I don't want to be, because I have to hold up to that standard.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I can't, but I don't want to be put in that box. I want to have my own personal, individual style. I don't want to have to say, man, can you make me such and such? Well, I'm good. Do you like what you hear? That's all I need to know. Okay, you don't? Goodbye. Have a nice day. Here's the door.
Right.
No offense to no offense to anybody, but that's just real. Mm-hmm. I'm not putting myself in that box, and I'm not gonna let anybody put me in that box. I love when people say I love your beats, and I don't hear that word. You sound like that's because it's original.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
There you got it.
No cap.
No cap.
Man, listen.
Hey.
I've been waiting on this all week. Talk about different issues. Then we got, I'll say personal stuff going on. Like, just because I sent you something don't mean I want to flirt with you. Just because I work with you don't mean I want to date you. What's your thoughts on that?
Ooh, you feel me? Okay. Well, again, it's okay to send somebody something. It's okay to have a certain amount of feelings for the music and business, but do not mix business and pleasure. That's the number one rule in any business. If this is about music, let it be about music. If this is about working in the snow business, let it be about that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's just what it is.
Yeah.
Definitely. You know, if you got your feelings for somebody, you got your feelings, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can just have them. They can be there. They can stay there.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's about business.
Right.
You know, you have to separate that. Because I don't want to work with somebody that I'm working with and we laying in the same bed and I'm working with you, but we own a business together. At this point, no, because it's going to be conflict. I don't want conflict. I want to be able to come home and be like, I had a rough day. Well, I had a rough day too. What was your day like? What was your day like?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm sitting next to you again. I was just on the radio with you an hour ago. I was just saying. I just gotta have it my separate way.
Yeah, keep it 100 though.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, and really, a lot of times I don't like about it is, okay, you want to send me a link, but don't start off with the hey baby.
Right.
Like, come on now.
That's not business. That's not business.
That's not automatically. That's not business. You assuming I'm on here to date.
Right.
And no, I don't partake.
Mm-hmm.
My pages are business only. If you notice, I don't be on no crazy stuff.
Right.
You know, quote here and there, but it's going to be some motivation, something funny, a prayer. But that's Facebook, you know, and then Instagram is just straight reels of the artists that's out here popping right now on Boss Lady Radio.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Just like tonight, we got Top 20 Countdown in another hour 15, you know.
Right.
You know, I've been working all day and all week to try to put the outline together of everything and, you know, really treat it like a business, set a schedule up, set some time, write some stuff down. I jot it down, keep a journal. My journal is my episodes.
Right.
You know, I don't journal like everybody else. I journal my episodes, you know, and that helps me, you know, keep up with what's going on, what's going to hit, what's not. Mm-hmm. The participation has a lot to do with that. I can't say it enough. The participation needs to be on an upscale. We need to step our game up because people are coming in there, other DJs besides the ones that are in there. And then we got a national record label, independent record label.
Right.
That is always looking for new hits. So.
Right. So let's talk about participation.
Okay.
Now, I got a question for you. You have a radio show, correct?
Correct.
What do you require for your artists to come into to get their music played on your radio station?
All they have to do is send their MP3. No links, no zips, no docs. If you do send me a link, we can get that copy and paste it to our chat room. Other than that, just download the Spreaker app, you know what I'm saying? And then send me the MP3. I'll let you know when you'll be played on the next episode. You can actually get on by Google, email, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and actually have an account. And then that will be able for you to comment with other listeners that may want to work with you or do their next collab with you. It's so simple. It's just download that Spreaker app, man. And as long as you're in the chat room, you get spins every single episode. Definitely.
Right. So, let me ask you this one. What makes it so hard for people to do that? If they can see your MP3, but they can never be in the chat room.
Yeah. It has a lot to do with, okay, is this real? Okay, I've never seen this app before. I don't know how to do it. I'm just telling you what I've heard. Not that it's an excuse, because I know you ain't about excuses. But this is some of the things that I've heard. And a lot of times they really don't know how to use it. And then when they do think they got it, they looking for it or whatever, or they misinterpreted how I'm trying to teach them. So now what I do is have them screenshot me step by step where they're going at it.
And that's a perfect way to do it.
Right, because there's thousands of podcasts on there. You open it up, it's a whole new world. So it's kind of like if you never saw something before, experience, that's what's going on. I know part of that is the reason why. Another reason why may be the scheduling Eastern time versus Central. I run on Central time, so my 9 p.m. may be your 10 p.m. Eastern.
Right.
Things like that. I remember having a conversation with someone about that. Well, why don't you say Eastern and Central? Well, because it's a 24-hour podcast. After it's done live, it really doesn't matter what time you want to listen to it. Anytime you want to push play after that or after, so it's from 9 to 11. So after 11, you can listen to it again. And more than likely, I'm going to comment back because I get the notification.
Right.
It runs just like any other app with communication on it.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to play with it enough and be on it enough to understand. And then some people get it right away.
Right.
I've got a few artists coming in that's new that got in right away, right? So
Yep.
some people, it may take a few times to really get it. And I'm frequently sending it to them. So you got questions, you can just ask me. I'm not like that. I had to learn how to use it too. So
Right.
But other than that, once they compare to what they're getting, where they're at, and get the difference in what we're doing over here, a lot of them do come back, like you said earlier. So.
And that's the point I'm trying to make.
Mm-hmm.
It's important to participate. It's important once you get in, participate. Make it worth the effort because your music is being played.
Right. Yeah.
And once again, if you're serious, be there. But if you're not, like I was saying, you won't get played. Just saying.
And that's the hold your spot part. I won't charge you, but if you're not there, I won't play you. So it's a win-win.
Right.
You can't feel like I gained anything from you, and I can't feel like I lost something.
Right.
Because it's up to you if you want that done or not.
And another thing is your money.
Yeah, it's your time too. Yeah.
If you're gonna give $100 for a promotion and you're giving it while you're not there, so you just wasted $100. But you're being played. You're being heard. What you wanted to happen, but you're not there communicating in the chat room.
Right.
You're not there. You're not there. So guess what? Your time, your money is being blown because of your actions. Not the radio station, not human resources, because of your actions, because of who you are. You wanted it, you got it, now you don't want to be in the chat room. Wow. That shocks you. It's sad because you have an opportunity of a lifetime. This is not this is not a one-day thing. Your music can be played every day as long as you're in the chat room.
Right.
Once again, your music will be played every day as long as you're in that chat room.
Exactly.
We understand things happen. We get it. We're not robots. This is not run by robots. We're human. We know. But once again, it's your money. What you're gonna do with it?
Right.
That's all I gotta say. Not trying to be cocky, and not trying to be mean. But what you gonna do with it? If you can spend 30, 40 minutes on the phone with somebody, you can spend 30, 40 minutes in the chat room.
Right. Look at our 30, 40 minutes. We've been on here handling business.
Right. I'm sorry. This is a network. This is not playing games. This is serious business. You never know who you can connect with.
Right.
You never know. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm connecting with some powerful people in the underground that have shown me so much love, and I appreciate it. And they know who they are. And I talk to them on a daily basis. So, with that being said, if you want the connections, here you go. It's in your face. It's right there on that screen.
It is.
Sorry to say it. It's there. You can't blame anybody if your music does not be heard on any other radio station. You have to participate.
Right.
So I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay. So next question. What about artists that feel like radio stations to pay them to play on the radio station that they're playing on?
Well, people have a platform that you have to pay on, and you're paying $1,500 for a one-time interview, one-time spin, and you're never heard from again. But if you come to Boss Lady's radio show, you're paying for a month of promotion. You're paying for you're good. You have a good promotional package. Why wouldn't they pay the price? The price you can't beat anywhere else. I just said $1,500, maybe even $2,000, and that's per person.
Right.
You have the best promotion game in town. Boss Lady Radio Show. Let me repeat it. Boss Lady Radio Show.
Period.
Promotional packages are dope. Get with it or go lay back down in that bed and think about it.
Right.
You'll be back.
And you're going to get a good show.
Exactly. That part.
And then you get to set it up how you want it to sound.
Right.
And let's get your video together. Send me your best album covers, your posters laid out, and we can put that in the commercial.
Right.
And then pump you on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, wherever that plays videos. And YouTube is a great asset because you can go to the part of the episode and play the song, and you can do it on Spreaker's website.
Right.
Because there's a list on every episode of what was played. So you get to see it. Now, I do want to mention on that part, when you send your MP3s, label your tracks, artist name and song. Because however you label it, when you get done recording it, that's what it's going to display on the screen on Spreaker. And do you want it to be professional, where it's got your name in the song, or you just send anything, long as it's being played? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, you gotta label it professionally. When I first started, I don't know if I was sending my stuff correctly or not. I know I was sending it, and I know it had my titles and my names in it, but I didn't know how it was gonna show up. And when I finally sent it for myself, I was like, I did it right. Simple as that. I didn't have to get a call back. Well, you gotta resend that. You gotta retitle it because I did it right the first time.
Well, I didn't want to go through all that. What I did was, okay, I will retitle it.
Right.
And then create a portfolio. So when you send me something, it automatically goes in that portfolio. So when I type in your name to upload it to the station, it's easy access. Then we're not going back and forth. You're comfortable. You know your song gonna be played. Guaranteed. So, yes, about 2 minutes to 8. I'm gonna wrap this up. This episode was definitely dope. Looking forward.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to next episode 2. You said once a month, right?
Yep, once a month.
Okay. Well, yep, that's how we gonna do it, y'all. You can comment in the show and let us know how you enjoyed it.
Yeah, definitely. We want to hear your comments. Want to hear your feedback.
Yeah, hit that heart button. Quote button.
Yes.
The comment button is next to the heart button. That arrow down is the download button. Get it downloaded. We get credit for it. So, yeah.
And share it to your friends.
Share. The more you share, the more content. That's how this platform definitely works. So, hope we answered a lot of your questions and you heard from Human Resources on how this actually works. And anything else, we'll just add in the comment section as we go along. Anything else you want to say before we get up out of here?
Well, I want to say thank you for the first show of Social Media Cat.
That's what's up.
I want to say
salute.
Hey, it's definitely an honor to be in the presence of greatness. It's definitely an honor to speak to the presence of greatness. I really
definitely
enjoy this. So at the end of the day, y'all pay attention to Boss Lady Radio. Once again, it's on. Boss Lady Radio in the building. It's going down. All facts, no cap.
Once again, it's on. Noriega the King, Boss Lady D, presented by Boss Lady Radio Show. We have a new show called Social Media Cat. Pay attention, listen up. January 20th, 9 p.m. Central. Tune in and pay attention. It's going down. Big topics to talk about, y'all. Yeah.